For today's first race, a condition pacing event. Number one, Hunting for Answers, owned by the Michael Goldberg Racing Stable, driven by Luke Hanners. Number 2, Disco Harriet, owned by Lynn and Paul Silva, driven by Matt Thurn. Number 3 is Seafood Sapphire, owned by the Seafood Delight Stable, the driver Jay Randall. Number 4, Haley's Little Comet, owned by David Del Pozo, driven by Drew Monte. Cineshore number 5, owned by the Karma Racing Stable, the driver Kevin Switzer Jr. Number 6, Marty's Girl, owned and driven by Scott Renz. Number 7 is Mrs. Tetrick, owned and driven by Russell Lanfer. And number 8, Adela, owned by William Phipps, Mark Thurn in the sulky. Post time for the upcoming first. Behind the gate. And they're all from the inside. Hunting for Answers steps out for the lead. Mid-pack, there goes Cineshore. Disco Harriet towards the inside comes away third. Seafood Sapphires dropped in fourth. A length back to Haley's Little Comet. Followed up by Marty's Girl, Mrs. Tetrick, and true on the field, it's Adela. Panic turn the first time. Cineshore has opened up a 3-length lead over Hunting for Answers. Sitting in the pocket, racing in second. Disco Harriet moving up towards the inside third. They reach the quarter in 27-2. They're in the stretch for the first time. And it's Cineshore at 6-5 on top by 2.5. Hunting for Answers, sitting a loose pocket in second. Disco Harriet third, Seafood Sapphire fourth, length back in fifth, Haley's Little Comet, followed up by Marty's Girl, Mrs. Tetrick, Adela at the back of the pack as they swing around the clubhouse turn. Cineshore on top by 2, Hunting for Answers giving chase. First up on the outside, here comes Seafood Sapphire underway from third, locked in toward the inside. Racing in fourth, it's Disco Harriet. Halftime goes in 56-3. They strain out down the back stretch. Cineshore continues to lead. Hunting for Answers second. On the rim, Seafood Sapphire. Racing third, covered up towards the inside. Disco Harriet moving up on the outside. 3 wide. There goes Haley's Little Comet. 3/4 in 1:25-1. They're on the final turn. Cineshore looking strong on the front end, showing the way by 4. Hunting for Answers towards the inside is second up on the outside, 3 wide. Here comes Haley's Little Comet racing in third. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home, and they're all chasing Cineshore, who is long gone. Battle for second. Haley's Little Comet on the outside, up the pylons. Disco Harriet deep stretch. It will be Cineshore going, gone. Disco Harriet up for second. Haley's Little Comet was third. Time for the mile, 1:53-2. Sir Jr. Cineshore pacing the mile at 1:53-2. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a condition pacing event for fillies and mares. The purse for race number 2. Number 1 is Go All Night Joe, owned by Ryman Crocier, driven by Jay Randall. Number 2, Quarrel, owned by the Karma Racing Stable, driven by Kevin Switzer Jr. Number 3, JB Star Dancer, owned by John D'Antonio Jr., the driver Drew Monte. Number 4, Sweet Charlie, owned by Linwood Higgins, the driver Matt Thurn. Rose Run Galaxy, number 5, owned by T-Bo Bogigian, Hardy and Andrews, driven by Jim Hardy. Number 6, Delightful Virgin, owned by Kelly Case, the driver Sean Gray. Number 7, Bard Miri, owned by Brian Fittor, Luke Hanners driving. And number 8, Smokin' Molly, owned by Paul London and Kathleen Brewer, Nick Ratham in the sulky. Second race pacers and behind the gate. And they're all from the inside. Quarrel going out for the lead. Right alongside. There goes JB Star Dancer up on the outside. There goes Delightful Virgin. Also on the move, Bard Mary. Down inside, Go All Night Joe comes away racing in fifth. The lane back, Sweet Charlie. Then comes Rose Run Galaxy. And true on the field, it's Smokin' Molly. Paddock turn the first time. It's Bard Mary with the lead. Moving up on the outside. Here comes Delightful Virgin. Quarrel towards the inside, right there in third, as they pace by the opening quarter in 27-4. They're in the stretch for the first time. And Sean Gray puts Delightful Virgin on top. She leads it by a length, but Mary now back to second. Quarrel third. JB Star Dancer at the pylons in fourth. Next to line, Go All Night Joe up on the outside. Sweet Charlie, gap of three. Rose Run Galaxy. And true on the field, that's Smokin' Molly. They swing around the clubhouse turn with a rush on the outside. Here comes Quarrel. Down inside, Delightful Virgin. Those two heads apart for the lead. Halftime goes in 57 seconds flat. They strain out down the backstretch. Delightful Virgin down inside. Quarrel right there on the outside. Those two toe-to-toe on the front end. Bard Mary locked in racing in third up on the outside. There goes Sweet Charlie. She's now fourth as they round the fourth turn. It's Delightful Virgin, 3 parts of a length. Quarrel grinding away on the outside. Bard Mary locked in towards the inside. Sweet Charlie on the outside, fourth. 3/4 here in 1:24-3. They round the final turn. It's still Delightful Virgin. And she's got the lead. Bard Mary towards the inside now, second. Quarrel back to third. They're at the top of the stretch. And turn for home. It's Delightful Virgin. Set down for the stretch drive. Shaking loose on the outside. Here comes Bard Mary. Bard Mary, Delightful Virgin responding. It will be Delightful Virgin in front. Bard Mary second. Sweet Charlie to the winner's circle, number 6, Delightful Virgin. A trained by Dustin Ingraham, driven to a new lifetime record by Sean Gray. Delightful Virgin pacing the mile in 1:52-3. Number 3, number 1 is Sarah Tancredi. All by Mike Raffam, driven by Nick Raffam. Number 2, Getting Gone. All by Michelle LaFay, the driver Drew Campbell. Number 3 is Too Much Sun. Owned by Brenda Provost, driven by Jay Randall. Number 4, Royalty Again. Owned by Richard Knight, the driver Matt Thurn. Sweet Sally Sue, number 5. Owned by Robert Stasio and the DeVita Racing Stable, driven by Kevin Switzer Jr. Number 6, Sweet Sue, owned by David and Christine Tebow and Robert and Julia Withers, the driver Jim Hardy. Number 7, Patangelian, owned by David Del Pozo, Drew Monty driving. And number 8, Sarah's Lily, owned by Erwin Kaplan, Sean Gray, and the Sulky. Post time for the upcoming third race. And they're off from the inside. Sarah Tancredi pushed out for the lead. And moving up on the outside, there goes Sweet Sally Sue down inside. Getting Gone comes away third. Royalty Again on the outside. Fourth, length back to Too Much Sun. Followed by Sweet Sue. Sarah's Lily on the outside. Trailing the field, it's Patangelian. Paddock turn the first time. Sweet Sally Sue on the front end. She leads it by a length as they pace by the opening quarter in 27 seconds flat. They're in the stretch for the first time. Sweet Sally Sue, even money favorite on top by a length. Sarah Tancredi right there in second. Getting Gone third. Royalty Again racing in fourth. Length back to Too Much Sun, followed up by Sweet Sue. Length back to Patangelian. And on the field, it's Sarah's Lily. They swing around the clubhouse turn. Sweet Sally Sue on the engine. She leads it by a full length. Pocket trip, Sarah Tancredi right there. A snug second up on the outside. Royalty Again is third. Halftime goes in 56 seconds flat. They straighten out down the backstretch. And it's Sweet Sally Sue in command, heading toward that 3/4 mile marker. Sarah Tancredi is second. Up on the outside on the rim. Royalty again locked in towards the inside. Getting Gone racing in fourth. Moving up on the outside, second over. There goes Sweet Sue. Racing in fifth. 3/4 in 1:23 and 4. Around the final turn. Sweet Sally Sue has been there every step of the way. Sarah Tancredi stalking the pace setter. Right there racing in second towards the inside. Getting Gone is third. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home. And it's Sweet Sally Sue showing the way. Towards the inside, Sarah Tancredi. On the far outside, Sweet Sue through the stretch. It is all Sweet Sally Sue. Sweet Sally Sue, all for you. Time for the mile, 1:51 and 4. 2. A 5-year-old brown mare by Panther Hanover. Out of Artificial Sweetener by Arts Place. Getting Gone third. Too Much Sun was sixth. Royalty again was seventh. Sweet Sally Sue, your race. A condition pacing event for fillies and mares. The purse $15,000. Won by Sean Gray. Number 2 is I Choose You. Owned by Cass Gallagher, driven by Kevin Switzer Jr. Number 3 is Islay Inn. Owned by Jonathan Applebaum, the driver Larry Stolbaum. Number 4, Hilaria. Owned by Ralph Anderson, driven by Mike Stevenson. Mossdale Lottie Inn, number 5. Owned by Eric Prevost, driven by Luke Hanners. Number 6, The Charging Moa Inn. Owned by the Harmon Racing Stable. How You Doing Stable? Schickman and Lerner, the driver Jay Randall. Number 7 is So Amazing. Owned by Nancy and Dominic Longobardi, Drew Monte driving. And number 8, Miss Trickster. Owned by Robert Holden, Nick Raffam in the sulky. Fourth race pacers and behind the gate. And they're all from the inside. Pammy Joe going out for the lead. Run alongside. There goes I Choose You. Far outside. So Amazing. Showing sharp early speed. Down inside. Islay Inn comes away fourth. Length back to Hilaria. Followed up by Mossdale Lottie Inn. Gap of a length and a half to The Charging Moa Inn. And true on the field, Miss Trickster. Paddock turned the first time. It's So Amazing with the lead. Moving up on the outside with a rush. Here comes Pammy Joe. Opening quarter on the board goes in 26 and 4. They're in the stretch for the first time. And Sean Gray puts Pammy Joe at 6-1 on the point. So Amazing back to second. I Choose You third up on the outside. Mostellati in underway from fourth. Boxed in towards the inside. Islay Inn up on the outside. The Charging Moa in as they swing around the clubhouse turn. Hilaria towards the inside. And trailing the field, it's Miss Trickster. They're halfway home in 55 and 4. On to the backstretch they go. And it's Pammy Joe in command. So Amazing right there, tucked in. Racing in second, up on the outside. Here comes Mostellati in. Racing third, locked in towards the inside. I Choose You is fourth. On the rim, second over. The Charging Moa in as they round the fourth turn. Pammy Joe continues to lead. So Amazing towards the inside, giving chase. Mostellati in up on the outside third. 3/4 on the board in 1:24 and 2. They're around the final turn. Pammy Joe still with the lead. So Amazing locked in towards the inside, looking for racing room. Mostellati in up on the outside. Up on the outside, 3 wide. Here comes the Charging Moa in from fourth. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home. Pammy Joe has that lead. So Amazing towards the inside. Mostellati in, bearing down on the outside. Deep stretch. Pammy Joe holds on. Time for the mile, 1:52 and 3. To the winner's circle, number 1, Pammy Joe, a 7-year-old bay mare by Roll with Joe. Out of Angela by 6 of Diamonds. Owned and trained by Alicia Gray. Driven to victory by Sean Gray. Driving double for Sean Gray. Pammy Joe pacing the mile in 1:52 and 3. And the starter has called for the horses. The Pacers are making their way back to the starting gate, moves on to the backstretch. Fifth race Pacers in behind the gate. And they're off on the outside. Powered by Mock. Fires out for the lead from between horses. Philly down inside. Miss Irish Rose. Length back towards the inside. Go, Sandy, go. Racing in fourth up on the outside. Audacious Hanover. A gap of 2 lengths to Better Be Chevron in. And trailing the field, it's Turn the Frown Around. Paddock turned the first time, rolling up on the outside. Here comes Powered by Mock. Powered by Mock on the outside. Comes on to get the lead. Opening quarter on the board goes in 26 and 3. They're in the stretch for the first time. Powered by Mock takes command. Dashing up on the outside. Here comes Audacious Hanover now coming on to get the lead. Back to second. Powered by Mock. Philly third up on the outside. Here comes Better Be. Chevron N on the march from fourth as they swing around the clubhouse turn. It's Audacious Hanover, and she's got the lead. Advancing on the outside, Better Be Chevron N now second. Locked in. Powered by Mock is third. Halftime goes in 55 seconds flat. They straighten out down the backstretch. It's Audacious Hanover, 3 parts of a length. Right there on the outside, Better Be Chevron N up on the outside. Turn the Frown Around. Boxed in towards the inside, Powered by Mock. On the outside, Go, Sandy, go. Covered up towards the inside, Philly. And trailing the field, that is Miss Irish Rose. 3 quarters here in 1:22 and 4. Around the final turn, Better Be Chevron takes command, draws clear, opens up by 2. Towards the inside, Audacious Hanover. Now back to second. Turn the Front Around, trying to close the gap on the outside third. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home. Better Be Chevron has that lead. On the outside, Turn the Front Around towards the inside. Audacious Hanover in deep stretch. It will be Better Be Chevron in front. Time for the mile, 1:51 and 2. Driven to victory by Matty Ice, a third. Better Be six. A condition pacing event for fillies and mares. The per number 6, number 1, Althea. Owned by George Maluki and driven by Sean Gray. Number 2, Pooch and Princess. Owned by Russell Austin, driven by Matt Thurn. Number 3, Katie Caught. Owned by Bruce and Debbie Espinosa, the driver Mike Stevenson. Number 4, Beach Passage. Owned by George Dramonis and David Del Pozo, driven by Drew Monty. Rightfully Mine, number 5. Owned by Monique Cohen and Anthony Scussel, the driver Jay Randall. Number 6 is Weekend Getaway, owned by the Therian Racing Stable, driven by Scott Renz. Number 7, Just Call Me Casey, owned by Nick Raffam and Natalie Machad, the driver Nick Raffam. Number 8 is Seafood Sweetheart, owned by the Seafood Delight Stable, Kevin Switzer Jr. driving. And number 9, Surreal Syra, owned and driven by Dan Tessillo Jr. Race 6 Pacers in behind the gate. And they're off from the inside. Katie Caught kicks out for the lead. There goes Beach Passage, also on the move. Rightfully Mine comes away third. Seafood Sweetheart moving up on the outside, down inside. It's Althea, followed by Surreal Syra. Length back to Pooch and Princess, followed by Weekend Getaway, and trailing the field, Just Call Me Casey. Paddock turned the first time, rolling up on the outside. Here comes Rightfully Mine, and Rightfully Mine on the outside comes on to get the lead. Quarter time goes in 27 and 1. They're in the stretch. There goes Althea as they swing around the clubhouse turn. Rightfully Mine shows the way, 3 parts of a length, parked out. Surreal Syra locked in towards the inside. Beach Passage racing in third. Halftime goes in 56 seconds flat. They strain out down the backstretch. It's Rightfully Mine with a short lead. Surreal Syra on the rim towards the inside. Beach Passage racing in third. Althea moving up on the outside. Covered up towards the inside. Katie Court. There goes Poochum Princess. Followed by Seafood Sweetheart towards the inside. Just Call Me Casey. And through on the field, it's Weekend Getaway. They round the four turn up on the outside. 3 wide. Here comes Althea. Towards the inside. Rightfully Mine. Those two. Heads up hard. 3/4 here in 124 and 3. They're around the final turn. Battle up front. Althea on the outside. Rightfully Mine towards the inside. Those two stride for stride. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home. Rightfully Mine hanging tough. Bearing down on the outside. Here comes Althea. Althea on the outside comes on to get the lead. Rightfully Mine battles back towards the inside. At the wire they are heads up hard. Time for the mile. 1:50. Owned by George Palukian, trained by Alicia Gray. Training double for Alicia Gray. Driven to victory by pacing the mile in 1:53 and 1. Here is the order of finish. Number 1, Althea, your race winner. Poochum Princess was 5th. Katie Court 3rd. Beach Passage was 6th. Rightfully 7th race pacers and behind the gate. And they're all from the inside. Mick Woodrow going out for the lead from between horses. 'Tis a Dream and there goes Snowball's Romeo. Down inside, Finbar comes away 4th. Gap of 2 lengths to Duplicated N. Length back to Odds On Lauderdale. Acton, Hanover, and on the field it's Kiwi, Tintin, N. Paddock turn the first time. Motoring up on the outside, here comes 'Tis a Dream N. And 'Tis a Dream N takes command. Draws clear, leads it by a length. Opening quarter on the board goes in 27 and 1. Passing the stands for the first time. Drew Monty has 'Tis a Dream N. On top by a length. Snowball's Romeo right there in second. Mick Woodrow 3rd. Finbar 4th. Length back. Duplicated N. Followed by Odds On Lauderdale. Then comes Acton, Hanover, and on the field it's Kiwi, Tintin, N. As they swing around the clubhouse turn, 'Tis a Dream in command. Motoring up on the outside, here comes Finbar on the attack now, second. Snowball's Romeo locked in towards the inside third. Halftime goes in 56 seconds flat. They strain out down the backstretch. Off stride back of the pack. It's Acton, Hanover. Heading toward that 3/4 mile marker. It's 'Tis a Dream in, 3 parts of a length. Finbar on the outside towards the inside. Snowball's Romeo. Moving up on the outside, Odds On Lauderdale. Racing in 4th. Covered up towards the inside. Mick Woodrow is 5th. 3/4 on the board here in 1:23 and 2. They round the final bend. 'Tis a Dream in, and he's got the lead. Finbar grinding away on the outside. Towards the inside, Snowball's Romeo. Looking for racing room up on the outside at 3 wide. Here comes Duplicated In. They're at the top of the stretch. And turn for home. 'Tis a Dream in opens up a 3-length lead towards the inside. Snowball's Romeo far outside. Duplicated In. Deep stretch. 'Tis a Dream in full command. Time for the mile. 1:51 and 2. Trained by Jimmy Nickerson, driven to victory by Drew Monty. 'Tis a Dream in, 8th race pacers, and behind the gate. And they're off. There goes Mexican Hanover out for the lead. Run alongside Siri Blue Chip down inside. Ageless Grace comes away 3rd. Far outside, there goes McNugget, racing in 4th, length back towards the inside, CBF Star Power, followed by Checkpoint Chatter, length back to Kelsey's For Real, and true on the field, it's Shorty's Girl. Paddock turn the first time, Mexican Hanover. On the front end, she leads it by a length. Opening quarter on the board goes in 27 and 1. They're in the stretch for the first time. And Drew Monty has Mexican Hanover on top by a length. Right there in second, Siri Blue Chip. Ageless Grace, ground saving 3rd. Gap of a length and a half to McNugget in 4th. Followed up by CBF Star Power. Next in line, Checkpoint Chatter. Kelsey's For Real. And trailing the field is Shorty's Girl as they swing around the clubhouse turn. Mexican Hanover on top by length. Series Blue Chip riding the pocket in second. Angel's Grace towards the inside, saves ground in third, up on the outside, underway from fourth. Here comes CBF Star Power. Halftime goes in 56-1. On to the back stretch they go. And it's Mexican Hanover opening up a 2-length lead. Series Blue Chip giving chase, racing in second, up on the outside. CBF Star Power locked in. Ageless Grace racing in fourth. McNugget up on the outside, second over, racing in fifth. 3/4 up in 124 flat. They're on the final turn, and they're all chasing Mexican Hanover, showing the way by two. Series Blue Chip towards the inside, racing in second. CBF Star Power trying to close the gap on the outside third. They're at the top of the stretch. And turn for home, down on the inside, Mexican Hanover, shaking loose on the outside. Here comes Series Blue Chip, bearing down. Series Blue Chip, Mexican Hanover, Series Blue Chip on the outside. At the wire, they are heads apart. Time for the mile, 153 flat. Racing stable, Weaver Buscemi and Scott Dillon, trained by Joe Nelson. Driven to a new 9th race pacers and behind the gate. And they're off. There goes Peppermint Mocha out for the lead. Also on the move, Cash Crazy Express down inside. D's Artiste. My Cam Girl moving up on the outside. Far outside, Empty Gesture. Length back towards the inside, Art of Wiggling. Followed up by Scotland Sealster. And trailing the field, it's Hey Sweetie. Paddock turn the first time, rolling up on the outside. Here comes My Cam Girl. My Cam Girl on the outside comes on to get the lead. Opening corner on the board goes in 27-4. They're in the stretch for the first time. And Jay Randall puts My Cam Girl on the point. She leads it by length over Peppermint Mocha right there in second. Cash Crazy Express third. Followed by D's Artiste racing in fourth, gap of 2. Art of Wiggling, followed up by Empty Gesture on the outside. There goes Hey Sweetie as they swing around the clubhouse turn. Drilling the field, that's Scotland Sealster. Halftime goes in 56-4. They straighten out down the backstretch. My Cam Girl at 2-5 on top by a length and a half. Peppermint Mocha tracking in second. Cash Crazy Express towards the inside is third. Gap of a length and a half. D's Artiste racing in fourth. Up on the outside, Hey Sweetie locked in towards the inside. Art of Wiggling followed up by Empty Gesture. And trailing the field, that's Scotland Sealster. 3/4 in 125-2. They're on the final turn. My Cam Girl in command. Moving up on the outside. Here comes Cash Crazy Express. Trapped in towards the inside, Peppermint Mocha. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home. My Cam Girl opens up by 2. Shaking loose on the outside. Here comes Peppermint Mocha. Peppermint Mocha on the outside. My Cam Girl responding in deep stretch. It will be My Cam Girl in front. Time for the mile, 153-4. Q, Griffin and Young. Trained by Mike Eaton. Driven to victory by Jay Randall. My Cam Girl pacing the mile in 153-4. Behind the gate. 10th and final here at Plainridge Park. And they're all from the inside. Boogie Woogie J going out for the lead. Moving up on the outside. There goes Working Them Angels from between horses. Chumley A down inside. Rockin' Cougar has dropped in fourth. Gap of 2 lengths to Better Cat. Followed up by King Royalty, Rockin' with a Rhythm. And trailing the field, it's Sulphur. Paddock turn the first time, rolling up on the outside. Here comes Working Them Angels, and Working Them Angels draws clear, leads it by a length. Opening corner on the board goes in 27 seconds flat. They're in the stretch for the first time. And Sean Gray has Working Them Angels at 6-5 with the lead. Boogie Woogie J is second. Chumley third. Rockin' Cougar is fourth. Length back to Better Cat, followed up by King Royalty. Next in line, Rockin' with a Rhythm. Sofer can see them all as they swing around the clubhouse turn. Working them Angels on top by a length. Boogie Woogie J, pocket trip right there, tucked in. Racing in second, advancing on the outside. Here comes Better Cat underway from third. Halftime goes in 55-4. They strain out down the backstretch. Working them Angels, still with the lead. Better Cat up on the outside, a challenge. Boogie Woogie J pinned in at the pylons. Racing in third. There goes King Royalty. Moving up on the outside. Locked in towards the inside. Chumley A. Racing in fifth. 3/4 on the board here in 1:24-1. They're on the final turn. Working them Angels. 3 parts of a lane. Better Cat right on the outside. Those two heads apart for the lead. Boogie Woogie J towards the inside. Racing in third. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home. Down on the inside. Working them Angels. Hanging tough. Better Cat right on the outside through the stretch. Working them Angels. Better Cat on the outside. Deep stretch. Working them Angels in front. Time for the mile. 1:51-4. Hanover, owned by Milton and Zachary Vickerson, trained by Zach